Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about the $1 billion. $1 billion. Not 100 million or 200 or 300. $1 billion that Sam Bankman-Fried gave to the Democratic Party, according to Elon Musk. This is an article in May we're going to talk about. Hit subscribe right now. We're almost at 201,000 subs. You could be the person that gets me to 201,000 subs, so just hit subscribe. Thank you so much to my super chat, Jason Albertson. Yes, thank you. We are going to do this, and I appreciate your support. Jason, thank you. Thank you so very, very much, everybody. And let's get started. To my super chat again, I cannot do this without you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. And let's get started. So $1 billion, you have a situation where Democratic billionaire, this is NBC News. NBC News, ladies and gentlemen. So NBC News in May, you can look, this was written in May, okay? Before the FTX. FTX is a crypto exchange, derivatives exchange, okay? Derivatives trading, derivatives in the normal stock market could take down the entire financial system, global financial system. And it's somewhat regulated, although Dodd-Frank still has yet, after what, it was passed in 2011, 2010, Dodd-Frank, still has yet to really regulate derivatives trading in the traditional stock market with stocks and just regular mutual funds. You know, the traditional stock market, NYSE, NASDAQ, Dow, you have derivatives trading for traditional stocks that, like, you can look at credit default swaps taking down the economy in '08. That was with some regulation. This had no regulation. And they were making $5,000 per trader. This was a kind of somewhat of a professional platform. FTX was for trading crypto options derivatives on crypto. So he wanted to take advantage of volatility. He made money on the volatility of Bitcoin and Ethereum and, you know, all of these cryptocurrencies. And what took place, ladies and gentlemen, was at the end of the day, he didn't have the backing to withstand a bank run. So you had his rival Binance, but there were other issues as well. It was kind of like Enron style accounting. He did not have the money to actually run FTX. And it was somewhat of a Ponzi scheme. So the money that people would invest, he would then use to keep the business afloat. That's what a Ponzi scheme is. Essentially. So you're promising a return. A Ponzi scheme is when you promise a return and you pay the interest rate with new money that people invest. So people bring with, you're paying an interest rate or you're paying a return with money from new investors. That's essentially what he was doing. Okay, so the trading company was losing money, and at the end of the day, or losing, I don't know if it was making money technically, or he said that there was an $8 billion loss that he didn't understand actually took place. The whole thing is a bunch of nonsense, so I don't really know. He actually stated the past couple of days that there was an $8 billion loss that he didn't realize had taken place. Jason Albertson, can we make and enforce laws using smart contracts? What would that look like? I'm not exactly sure. I don't know what the smart contract. I don't know how to answer that because I don't understand that concept where like smart contracts. How that would tie into enforcing laws. I think the laws have to be voted on in ordinances or city, state legislature, through Congress. I don't know. I don't think that would be possible. Because to enforce the laws, you would need the police department. You need law enforcement. So, Jason, thank you so very much. I wish I could go ahead and answer that, better. But so basically, ladies and gentlemen, the blockchain, or the way that Bitcoin or crypto runs, I don't think that. I think that it's the Wild West in the crypto world. I think, Jason, you probably know more about crypto than I do, but I do think that Coinbase, the Tether, will go down first, then Coinbase, then Binance. And I've been saying that Bitcoin's going to get 10,000 or below for a long time, and I think it will eventually. Unfortunately, you probably know, Jason, a lot more about crypto than I do. But here you have, he gave $70 million. So he gave $40 million. Sam Bankman-Fried was the second largest donor. He gave $5 million to Biden's campaign. But he also, in total, gave $70 million. Now, Elon Musk says he gave $1 billion. We'll get to that in a second. But if you look at Open Secrets, it shows that he gave $40 million or so. And all of the executives in FTX, all of them gave $70 million plus. Now, he was talking about giving $1 billion. So this is where it gets kind of weird and very weird. This is where it gets very, very, very weird. Okay. On the books, he gave $40 million for midterms, and they gave $70 million. They gave $70 million to Democrats. But according to Elon Musk, here you have, that's just publicly disclosed. So here we go. Let's go. Here we go. So Elon Musk is responding. SBF donated $40 million to not go to jail for stealing $10 billion. Is one of the highest return on equity on ROI trades of all time. Okay, so that is kind of hilarious because you're giving highest return on investment trade. Sorry, you're giving money to not go to prison, but see, the statute of limitations is not gonna run out in 2 years. 2 years, you can have a Republican. Hopefully, I love Trump. I think he's a fantastic president, but he can't say certain things. It doesn't help him. My God Almighty, I pray to God that he doesn't say certain things. It gives his opposition political momentum. But publicly disclosed, this is huge. So Elon Musk, like Trump, is, pulling the curtain back. But see, the thing is, there is a case to be made to be not necessarily diplomatic, but strategic. I don't know if I don't know if what Trump is saying lately is like strategic. But anyway, that's just publicly disclosed numbers. His actual support of Dems during this cycle is probably over $1 billion. The money went somewhere, so where did it go? This was yesterday, December 3rd. Where did it go? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I have no clue where that money went. We know Democrats and fundraising, that's their lifeblood. We know that they're getting free political advertising. They're getting free political advertising for Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert and Seth Meyers and Saturday Night Live. That we know almost certainly. USA kicks butt. Hello, I Carolyn. Lindsay, hello. To my super chat, thank you. To my members, thank you so very, very much. So I don't know where the $1 billion went. Your guess is as good as mine. But publicly, it's 40 million, and then 70 million for everyone at FTX. Okay, and then he stated publicly he wanted to give $1 billion, but Eric Samurai, hello. But according to Elon Musk, he did give $1 billion. He did give $1 billion, and it wasn't publicly disclosed. Now, he said that he had $8 billion. If you look, now this is very bizarre. This is very bizarre. Here's what a really, really weird, bizarre thing. So if you look, there's an $8 billion accounting error. Now, please tell me, how do you get an $8 billion accounting error? So, hold on one second. So, Bankman-Fried stated that FTX accounting error says funds were obviously stolen. Coinbase CEO, and I, with all due respect to Coinbase, I don't think that's going to be around much longer either. So there was an $8 billion accounting error. Because you know what? Look, sometimes change falls out of your pocket. Sometimes you have like 25 cents or maybe like even like a dollar bill in the couch someplace. And what's this? Sometimes you'll walk, you'll see $5 on the ground. What? Somebody, this happens. He happened to lose $8 billion. So, USA kicks butt, hello! So, thank you, Lindsay. Greatly appreciated. Lindsay Borodin, thank you so very, very much. God bless you. Thank you. So, $8 billion. Coinbase CEO on Saturday condemned Sam Bankman-Fried accounting of how FTX found itself in an $8 billion hole. Armstrong said there's no way billions of dollars could have simply slipped past FTX's founder and former CEO, who graduated from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology with a degree in physics. This is why I always say highly educated means nothing. It means nothing. It's about wisdom. Education is meaningless without wisdom. Okay? Bernie Madoff was extremely intelligent. Okay? Criminals are like generally, or oftentimes financial criminals, very intelligent. I don't care how messy your accounting is, you're definitely going to notice if you find an extra $8 billion to spend. Even the most gullible person should not believe Sam's claim that this is an accounting error. It's stolen money. It's stolen customer money used in his hedge fund, plain and simple. Now, there could be some issues with Coinbase also, with all due respect to the CEO. I'm not saying that they're doing something illegal. Mark Volker, it fell down in the sofa cushion. Honey, did you see the $8 billion? It's in the sofa. Okay. Mark, thank you. Thank you. Rudd for hello, thank you. So, $8 billion was missing. Now, $1 billion could have gone to Democrats. Very simple. I mean, you have the New York Times and Washington Post running cover along with MSNBC, CNN, and all of Hollywood. I mean, 30, 40 publications that go after Trump every single day. Again, I just wish. Here's the thing. It's getting to a point where there are people who would rather have absolute corruption than deal with Trump's words, which I think that's silly and ridiculous, but there are a lot of independent voters who just don't want to deal with the drama and the absolute meltdown from people indignant. The people are more indignant about Trump's Truth Social message than the $8 billion, coincidentally lost by Sam Bankman-Fried, the $1 billion that, according to Elon Musk, wasn't publicly disclosed, that went to Democrats. So, I mean, Trump needs to capitalize on this. He doesn't have to go overboard, and he can capitalize. It's so easy to capitalize on this. It's so easy to capitalize. Hi, Caroline. Hello. So Bankman, also known as SBF, claimed he didn't know. He didn't knowingly commingle funds between FTX and Alameda. He chalked the $8 billion hole up to lackluster accounting. $8 billion? Sorry, that doesn't make any sense. It's like a credit card. No, it's not like a credit card. It's like money that you print. It's like having a printer, a money printer, which is what the Democratic Party is. But, let's shut down society and just print money. Oh, yes, we're such good people. But he had a money printer. Like, you might as well, like SBF, like Sam Bankman, FTX, they might as well just go to the Treasury Department and just design a printer where they just print money. $8 billion. Lost. And notice that imagine if it was Rudy Giuliani. Imagine if it was anyone linked to Trump. And that's why I say he doesn't have to say certain things to get them indignant. If you lose $8 billion, Elon Musk could very well be right. He could very well be right on that. Because that's $8 billion that has there's no Angela, let's play Where is Waldo with 8 million piece of dollar bills. 8 billion. If you're lucky among them, you might find some rare edition. Angela, Yvette Moore. It's all happening, AJ and fellow peasants. I'm loving our rugged coastline and 16 hours flight time to get here. Wow. And it's extremely dangerous to stay away. Yvette Moore, thank you so very much, Yvette. I hope all is well. I hope you're doing well, Yvette. Thank you. Thank you, Yvette. Thank you so much, as always, for your support, your kind words, and Angela, it's true, you might find some rare editions. Joel Valdez, they commingled everything. But that's right. Now let me tell you, Joel, that's a video that I don't want to see. Let's put it that way. You're not talking about Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt here. This is a video I could do without. You know what I'm saying? They were like, Joel, there's a video of all of them in the Bahamas. I'm like, you can count me out of watching that one. I really don't need to watch that one. The last thing Hunter's videos are probably a lot better. That's the last thing I need to give me ever. SBF and crew videos with unholy things going on. Yeah, that's the last thing you need in life. Oh my God. It would be like, if Revenge of the Nerds had a remake with much uglier people. But, and they always, because Democrats go to bat for donors, every picture of Sam Bankman-Fried is the one where he lost 30 pounds. Like the one, he's probably gained 30, 40 pounds since the whole thing happened. But it's the one where he looks like svelte and, yeah. I count me USA kicks butt. Count me out of that one. My God almighty. Oh my God. Yeah, you don't want to watch that one. But he just didn't know. I mean, honestly, Angela, Yvette, it can happen to anybody. So, getting back to Elon Musk, see, it's always this photo, but that's not, the photo that. So it's this. That's just the publicly disclosed number. His actual support of Dems is probably over 1 billion. The money went somewhere, so where did it go? It's so interesting, too, how you don't have the SEC isn't regulating crypto, but you have the DOJ. You have departments within the Department of Justice. Oh, but guess what? Merrick Garland, they always said Barr, it was Trump's personal attorney. It's like, no, Merrick Garland is actually Biden's personal attorney. That's actually the case. Yvette Moore! Woohoo, you got me with I can't speak. Can't speak, I won't speak. I can't. Mitch commentating on. To my eyes, I saw the most horrible, devilish thing. It was a video of Bankman-Fried and company in the Bahamas. It was a classified video. I'll now have nightmares my whole life. Yvette Moore, the best is, you're true. You're always true. A couple came and it was so wonderful. She said, thank you, you're true. I can't do it. I can't do the Alec Baldwin. I don't know why. There's too many corrupt actors right now between SBF and corrupt. Could you imagine you doing a wall of shame, SBF, Jussie Smollett, Michael Avenatti, Alec Baldwin. A classified video. Do you remember when you'd walk into a Music Plus and you'd go into a little room with a curtain? Oh, that's what that movie was about between Bankman and everyone else. I'm going to therapy 24/7. I'll never be the same again. Yvette, thank you. I can't speak. I won't speak. Here, just, I mean, we have to do this. God, why do I put myself through this? But here, why do I put everybody else? Well, that is actually pretty funny. Hold on. Alec Baldwin Splendagate. So Alec Baldwin. Oh my, this man, he will almost certainly, very likely, get charged with some serious crimes. Splenda packet. Between SBF and Alec Baldwin, that's all you need in life. And Juicy Smollett and Anthony Weiner and all the they're such wonderful people. A Splenda packet. You are true. Thank you, good sir. Could this be the Splenda packet? You are 100% true. Thanks for the laughs. Good sir, cheers to a new year. Is this going to be a good 2022? I sure hope so. He like ad-libs, like, oh, here, does this mean 2022? Ah, oh my God. This man ended someone's life without any show of remorse, and that's the Democrats for you. But you know what? Trump said something about the Constitution, so that's worse. The best part is, does this mean this is going to be a good 2022? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice, wouldn't it? I mean, with Bankman Fried, $8 billion, Juicy Smollett, Avenatti, and was it my fault? Huh? Wouldn't it be nice, 2022, good year? That'd be nice. Oh, Splenda. Love you. Splenda. You are 100% true. Definitely written by a 20-year-old in 2022. You, good sir, are 100% true. Thanks for the laughs. What laughs? Good sir, cheers to a new year. Love you. Ah, my fans, my loyal supporter, they're everywhere. Writing messages out in serial madman handwriting, which is actually likely my own. He probably wrote it himself. He probably wrote this Splenda packet himself, Yvette. He wrote it himself. Hey, nobody will believe that I wrote it myself. Nobody will believe that I wrote it. Everyone will believe that somebody else wrote it for me because they love me. I'm sure, Joel, I'm sure. Joel Valdez, Angela Goodwin. Have you seen the news about the monks? Just, no, I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. Angela Goodwin, thank you. Thank you, Angela. And so, make it go on forever with the... it's so terrible, too. That's the thing. You have to make sure, like, you are who your friends are in many ways. You got to make sure that you don't hang out with scoundrels. You can't hang out with scoundrels. You are who you hang out with. That's unfortunately the reality of, life. Democrats have taken it a little bit too far. Oh, well, if you like Trump, I can't hang out with you. Well, you know what? You have $8 billion unaccounted for, $1 billion likely going to Dems without any public disclosure. The Daily Mail, Elon Musk alleges disgraced former FTX crypto exchange CEO Sam Bankman-Fried donated over $1 billion Democrats. Asks, where did it go? So that's a serious thing. Angela Goodwin. They tested positive. Oh my goodness. I hope they're okay. But you have a situation where all you have to do in the next 2 years, you investigate FTX, you investigate Hunter, and you subpoena everyone, you demand testimony of everyone, and you do the work. If you're House Republicans, you do the work that the New York Times and Washington Post will not do. House Republicans have to be investigators, law enforcement, journalists. So the Bureau, Washington Post, they're not going to do any of this stuff. They're going to go to bat for mashed potato brains and Hunter and FTX and SBF. And so, but see, this is the thing. Like, I love all the good things that Trump has done in terms of the economy, in terms of foreign policy. But he just has to be able to capitalize. That's all I'm saying. He has to be able to capitalize. That's all I'm... Oh, by the way, I will have a segment on H.A. Goodman's other channel tomorrow. I'll be doing a bunch of segments this week. I'll have a bunch of segments on H.A. Goodman's other channel tomorrow. I'll also be here tomorrow for sure because we should have, at least in the evening, discussion about round 2, either tomorrow or the next day. There'll probably be a round 3. So you're talking about thousands of emails. Angela Goodwin, thank you. You see, when you have all of this money, here's the thing. Democrats have played the game. The game. You know, their vantage point is, oh, well, so what? We worked alongside Twitter, so we had the power to do so. It wasn't criminal. There's a debate as to whether it was criminal or not, but their vantage point is, if it's shady and unethical, and if we act in a surreptitious manner, but it's legal, what's the problem? Okay, but see, again, if that is the game, then Trump Republicans have to adopt the same strategies. If that's legal, they have to adopt the same legal strategies above board. Apparently, you can get $1 billion from a crypto. And that I'm not advocating, actually, because that'll never... You basically need the entire American political system to go to bat for you. Yvette! I reckon HB has dropped everything on purpose as payback for never being loved in any other way than physically by the big guy. I think Yvette, he wasn't that. I think that he probably just left it there. I think that could be the case, Yvette, that could be the case. But it seems they have a good relationship. It seems they have a decent relationship. But, you know, they're thick as thieves. Literally, maybe. But I think it was more like, oh, Solana, where'd you put my laptop? Oh my God, what? Stan Kanoski, Stan, thank you so very much. Stan, thank you, sir. Stan Kanoski, thank you so very much, sir. Greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. I appreciate you watching, Stan. Thank you. Yvette, I think that it was probably a case of, that could be the case, you could be right on that, but it was probably a case of he just went and tried to repair a laptop full of incriminating data. But see, also, they don't view it. Everybody here, Stan, Yvette, everybody here, Angela, Joel, they don't view it as incriminating. They don't think what they're doing, like the graft and potential bribery, that's the way they make money. That's the way they make money. It's not like that's just simply the way they do things. It's simply the way they do things. It's not like they're not like it's not like they're not going to tiptoe into a bank and Mission Impossible and try and like all these infrared laser beams, like they try to not tip off. They don't think of it as robbery. They don't think of it as robbery. They don't think of it as anything illegal. That's why when he says I lost $8 billion, I just lost $8 billion. I mean, I just lost, what do you want from me? I lost $8 billion. So everyone loses some money. That's the thing. Angela, English is a silly language by pitch, math major not to say. Angela, thank you. They don't think of it like when Hunter was giving his laptop, he was like, oh, well, Svetlana, just go ahead and give the laptop. The internet's running slow. We have to find out what's wrong with it. And it's my Windows isn't working. I don't care. I don't want to install anything. I want to go to Bob's repair shop on the corner of Delaware with the man with the golfing hat. Okay, yeah, do it. I don't care about incriminating evidence and data. No one's going to even care. My daddy owns everything. And Merrick Garland is like a family friend, okay? Whatever. Yeah, no problem. So is Bill Barr. They're all friends. Who cares? So they don't think of it as it's not like they're tiptoeing through and trying to, when they commit crimes, they think it's normal. This is why, this is the only, my only criticism, one of my few criticisms of Trump is that he did great things as president, but nobody even focuses on that. All the good things he did, it's being evaporated or erased in the minds of people. Yvette, these people are dark, and how they present to us peasants is in no way, shape, or form the truth. I was actually meaning the entire thing, not the laptop. Oh yeah. I mean, that's true too. I mean, you're right about that. I mean, yeah. He obviously doesn't care. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you on that. That's why it does. Power and fame and money mean nothing if you don't have your family. Yvette, great point. Great point, Yvette. Thank you. Thank you again, Stan. I gotta thank you. Thank you again, Stan. Yvette, thank you so much. Yeah, it's true. That's why, look, power, fame, influence, it means nothing. It means nothing if the people you love or close to you have gone through, have suffered in their life. It's not like Hunter can blame Joe, but there are things that Joe could have done, I'm sure, to ensure Hunter had a better life. You know, at the end of the day, being well connected in DC or being extremely protected by Secret Service, it doesn't make you happy. And the people that Hunter knows, I mean, that's like a national security risk. All the individuals that he worked with, or, you know, let's just say all the actresses that performed in his movies, Hunter, you know, he's the business transactions regarding these types of, you know, human beings. I don't judge them morally. I judge that. I'm saying that in terms of national security, Hunter is a walking national security risk. Okay, that you have one. Swalwell was accused. One Democrat was accused of having a romantic relationship with a foreign intel operative. So, I mean, there's pillow talk. There's something called pillow talk. Okay, there's something called a honey trap. Okay, that's why, like, if I'm grabbing a drink at a bar and this gorgeous blonde comes up to me and says, "Oh my gosh, you're H.A. Goodman. Oh my gosh, you have the stock market crash channel. You have H.A. Goodman's other channel. You have almost 201,000 subs." And she's like super gorgeous. And I'm like, foreign operative intel. Because nobody would do that. Nobody would care. Nobody knows who I am. Nobody would even care if they did. It's not even that big of a deal. It's like I have a small channel. I would know that a supermodel coming up to me is not like trying to be with me because of my personality. It would be because I was related to Biden, or I was part of the Democratic Party, or for some other reason. So, I mean, it's not difficult. This is not difficult to kind of like, people don't hire Bill and Hillary because of their knowledge of the economy and foreign policy, for their speeches. Maybe 20 plus years ago, right after he left, yeah, you know, you could say, okay, well, but not now. They do that for networking. It's networking. That's how Democrats. That's why they use private servers. Joel Valdez. Okay, stop daydreaming now. Exactly, Startle Mouse. Exactly. So, like, they want something from Bill, Hillary, Hunter, and Bill and Hillary and Hunter give them something. That's the thing here. These are transactions. These are transactions. Angela Goodwin. There's no such thing as 8 billion because not tangible, and if not tangible has no value, and people lose sense of control. $8 billion. Because $8 billion is not tangible. I agree with you. If I had $1 billion, I'd give it back immediately with whatever credit card debt I have. I'll just deal with it. I wouldn't want $1 billion. I don't envy anybody. Like, when I hear the word billionaire, I used to be like, oh wow, must be great. Now I don't. Like, look at the billionaires: FTX, Kanye, Ye. Trump has a great family, and his family loves him. But he's been a president, but he's going through every single day battling. You know, if you're an anonymous billionaire, fine. I mean, Elon Musk seems to enjoy it. There are very few people, I think, that have a grasp that don't let money control or define them. Elon Musk seems to have a pretty good grasp of being a billionaire. Okay. Yeah, I think he's a pretty good grasp. I swear to God, Air Rocket. I swear to God. I take the hamburger if it's a good hamburger. I swear to God. $1 billion comes with problems. $1 million's a different story. I never said $1 million. $1 million is not like a problem, but Sparky, that's right. Georgia is doing real well. They're probably going to end number one. Well, they maybe already ended number one. I swear to God, I wouldn't want $1 billion. It comes with too many problems, especially in this day and age. It's like Biggie said, more money, more problems. Angela Goodwin, not only in money wise, but as quantity. Yep. Because but this is the thing, you're supposed to enjoy money. If you can't enjoy it, what's the point? $1 million, that's a different story. 10 million is a different story. $1 billion, big problem. $1 billion, there's a lot of problems with it. Look at what happened to Ye. Look at what happened to Kanye. Look at what happened to FTX. Look at the lives of these people. Look at the lives of these people. If he didn't give money to Democrats, he'd already be in jail. Imagine where Bankman-Fried would be if he didn't give money to Democrats. Okay? Imagine. Well, I'm swearing to God regarding the billion. But imagine if he lost $8 billion and he was giving money to Trump. Are you kidding me? He gave $5 million to Biden. He loses $8 billion. I mean, they wouldn't let him rest. They wouldn't let him rest. How do you lose $8 billion? You give $5 million to Biden, and then $40 million to Democrats, and then $70 million plus total to Democrats. So, yeah, pretty much. But I mean, you have the House Judiciary. They have to start sending out subpoenas. They have to start sending out demands for testimony. The demand for testimony. Okay, testify, and then you have impeachment. This is all impeachment. And part of the articles of impeachment could be the money that Biden and Democrats got from FTX. They impeached Trump on an ellipsis, okay? Not 8 billion lost, not $1 billion that went to Democrats, not 70 plus million that went during this cycle. They impeached Trump on an ellipsis. So, and they impeached Trump on the notion that he might have asked somebody to investigate Biden, who now we know is corrupt beyond belief. Joel Valdez. Wish I knew what being poor for a day was like, because being poor every day is rough. But Joel Valdez. Thank you, Joel. Joel Valdez. Thank you, Joel. Greatly appreciated. But yeah, I mean, that is something that I mean, this is the tip of the iceberg. I mean, you have $8 billion, like they're hiding in plain sight. So when he was like, oh, I lost $8 billion, he has a choice. He can either not bring it up or just bring it up. That is the Juicy Smollier, Avenatti, Alec Baldwin type of public relations spin. Publicize the most counterintuitive emotional response, and then make double down, and the rest of humanity is like, what? What? And then just hope that you've deceived enough people with your bizarre emotional response. So, round 2 should be very interesting. Very, very interesting. So round 2 should be extremely, extremely interesting. I think that when you look at round 2, I mean, Lord knows what you're going to find in round 2. So, let's see here. Let's look at Elon Musk. So, and see, here you have, okay, so wow. Here you have Elon Musk responding to Trump. And this is what I was trying to say, everybody, earlier. And I understand, like, Joel, I see your point, and I see everybody's point. But here, Elon Musk, the Constitution is greater than any president, period. It wasn't even Trump that broke constitutional law. It was Democrats with a special counsel predicated upon just lies, deceitful statements. They were all after him. And then that's the thing. It's like, you can go after any president stating that any president was working for another country, or any incoming candidate, presidential candidate. You know, you can accuse people of, I mean, they infiltrated, he was basically under surveillance from day one. This is all against the Constitution. They didn't get a warrant to put him under surveillance, but he was under surveillance. But Democrats break constitutional norms all the time. But that's the point. They don't publicize it. That's what I was saying about, like, when the phrase "two can play at that game" doesn't apply to Trump. Angela Goodwin. At least he did not spend it for Silver Line. You gotta look that up. Angela Goodwin, thank you. Angela Goodwin, thank you. As always, we appreciate your comment. Thank you, Joel. Air Racket, thank you. Thank you, Air Racket, thank you. So, when you got Elon Musk even, like, kind of being forced to address, this is the thing. It's like, I understand what Trump is doing. I get it. He wants to overly publicize or magnify the story, but he's not. He's taking away momentum from it. That's the thing. I mean, who's advising him? Is he just doing it on his own because he wants to? The people he's speaking to will vote Trump no matter what. I mean, he's speaking to me. I'm going to vote Trump. Maybe not no matter what. You know, if we find out that, like, Don Jr., Eric, were acting exactly like Hunter, then no. But see, Democrats don't care. That's the thing. Everything Trump says is a license for Democrats to just continue whatever it is they're doing, breaking laws. Okay? That special counsel was unconstitutional. You had intelligence operatives without any evidence accusing somebody of crimes he didn't commit. And that could have taken place against any incoming president. That could have taken place against President Obama. Vladimir Putin wanted Obama, according to The Guardian and other publications, New York Times, in 2008. So, I wonder how warm it is within like those tents. How warm do you think it is? Like, is it like livable? Like it can't be above 60 degrees. Even with like a whole bunch of clothing on and the heater turned on. Whatever heat source you have in there. So, Jacob Reed. What is your honest assessment of McCarthy? Will he actually look into the truth? What about Marjorie Taylor Greene? I think that McCarthy, although I heard Steve Scalise, I read Steve Scalise could make a run at it, a real serious run. I think that he'll be very good because he understands that he has to be the antithesis of Paul Ryan. I know that people, is he establishment? Yes. Has he immediately begun the investigations of Hunter and immediately essentially begun impeachment proceedings? Yes. Angela Goodwin. I don't think I'm asking anyone anything, but you're the best, Angela. Thank you. I think McCarthy will actually do a better job than what most people think. Because if you look, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Jim Jordan, there are people who, James Comer, there are people who are more, they're more focused, like they're very focused on exposing and investigating the corruption. Very, very, very focused. So I think that McCarthy will do a lot better than most people think. I think he'll be very good, actually. They're definitely going to impeach Biden, so. Judith! Thank you, Judith! Judith Gurian, thank you so very much! Judith, thank you so very much. So greatly appreciate. You are amazing as well. Thank you so much. Love the emoji. Thank you, Judith. I appreciate your support, everybody. You've been so wonderful, all of you. And impeach Brian, exactly. Judith, thank you so very much. Judith Gurian, thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you. I think that Kevin McCarthy will surprise a lot of people. See, here's the thing also. Trump Republicans, Trump actually supports McCarthy also. Judith, thank you again. Trump supports McCarthy also. McCarthy knows that never Trumpers benefit from impeachment also. DeSantis is not a never Trumper, but Chris Christie, okay? Eric Samurai, Krispy Kreme. Demetrius, hello. Never Trumpers benefit from impeachment as well. So impeachment with mashed potato brains leads to felonies. Like, you're actually like not, they couldn't even get Trump on an actual felony Okay, even if they could prove that he tried to pressure some other country to investigate Biden, Biden should have been investigated. He should have. They did the same thing to Trump. They were getting foreign intel information against Trump. And they were flying to different cities across the world investigating Trump. Discus macabre. I hope you're right about macabre. I think I will be, because now it's not just like the entire Republican Party needs impeachment. Not just Trump. The never Trumpers also. Yvette Moore. The other side don't understand or enjoy anything more than pie and face humor and sarcasm. It's completely lost on them. And that's a big advantage. Yeah, I agree with you. The other side don't understand or enjoy anything more than pie and face humor. And sarcasm is completely lost. Exactly, I agree with you. Well, satire is lost upon them. Memes are lost upon them. That's why they're terrible at memes, and they're not really funny. Like this brand of comedy nowadays, Yvette, I can stumble upon a comedian with 700,000 views on YouTube, and I oftentimes will barely laugh. I won't laugh at all. I can't, like, comedy nowadays, like, you cannot, like, hey, the best comedians of the past 15 years, let's say, like Cat Williams, 15, 20 years, the best recent comedians, and obviously Dave Chappelle. But like, I mean, like Robin Williams, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Don Rickles, Sam Kinison. Okay. Mort Saul going old school. I mean, they couldn't, like, Don Rickles couldn't, Mel Brooks couldn't make his movies nowadays. The funniest people couldn't make their movies. Sparky, McCarthy is stone cold, Union Party, anti-Trump. See, I hope I'm wrong, but I just think that, I mean, Trump's backing him. So, blue light, Constitution was Trump. Constitution, what was Trump talking about? So, well, that's the thing. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he was talking about. Basically, he was trying to say that look at the corruption with Twitter and Democrats, and it's so horrible that the corruption is so terrible. Basically, his point was the corruption is so terrible that even existing laws should be overlooked in order to get justice. But this is the thing. He doesn't even really believe it. I don't think he truly believes that. Habitual exact. Charlie Murphy was amazing. Yvette. I love Sam Kinison. Oh my God, I love Sam Kinison. But see, again, like when there are too many taboos and sacred cows, you can't actually enjoy comedy. Like everybody unique, like Christopher Hitchens, Sam Kinison, anyone, Hunter S. Thompson, if you're outside of the mainstream or a consensus, you are viewed as a horrible person. There is no emphasis on individuality anymore. I mean, I guess there is. For people, I don't want to pat myself on the back, but people who watch this channel, and there's a lot of YouTube like that, Sparky, Trump backed McConnell, Romney. He did. Good point. Good point on that. Good point. But he also backed Jim Jordan and Marjorie Taylor Greene. And, I do think that it's a different era now. So, like Republicans in general have more to gain from backing Trump, and impeachment for sure. Kevin Duder. Wow, goody. This is getting good. Yay. Or what told yay is going to get better, guys. Happy holidays. Thank you. Kevin, thank you. It's going to get better. Kevin, it's going to get better. Red Fox. Love Red Fox. Love Red Fox. Kevin Duder, thank you. Thank you, Kevin, as always. Judith, so sweet of you. Thank you, Judith. I mean, you know, getting back to Yvette's point, it's like it's good to not be like definitely become the 10th dentist. They said 9 out of 10 dentists agree. And then that's like the whole thing on the Democratic Party side. Oh, well, but 9 out of 10 dentists would have agreed that Sam Bankman-Fried was like an intelligent, brilliant, eccentric, individual. Like they viewed Sam Bankman-Fried because he didn't wear a suit as, an individual. But that's part of a racket. That's different. That's part of a racket. That's like wearing a mask when you're robbing a bank. That's like a costume for a purpose. Bernie Madoff was, I think, what did he run the NASDAQ for a second? Like these people are not stupid. They're very like conniving and manipulative, and they're dealing with people who are gullible and naive. Who was there was that woman who was also charged recently by 10 years or so for her financial crimes. She was just pregnant, actually, also. I mean, that's the thing. There's no point in the money and power and friends or contacts that you would derive from being this maverick on Wall Street. They're not really friends. Even friends that you think you have will leave you for politics. They're beautiful people, but politics is too much for some people. They don't want, they can't have somebody who with an opposing viewpoint. It's just, but especially I think it's very intoxicating, the power, the influence, the prestige. To walk into a room, it's probably intoxicating, and having people respect you immediately because of the money you have, or you're a big crypto person, or you're a big, entrepreneur. It's like, well, a lot of times more money, more problems. If you have enough money to have a good life, that's what counts. If you're happy, you can't buy happiness. Okay. Happiness also doesn't come if you're in extreme poverty a lot of times, but you can't, but if you can just have enough money to survive and live a good life and a happy life, and have everything you want for your family, and be able to have a dinner party at home or whatever, buy some nice things during Christmas. That's what counts. Not $16 billion that you just make up. By the way, the crypto, I don't want this to happen, but Coinbase, probably Tether first, then Coinbase, then Binance, they'll probably all go under, which will tank Bitcoin to well below 10,000, unfortunately. Sparky, McCarthy just pretends until he's speaker. That could be the case too. I could be wrong and you could be right on that. I think there's too many people pushing him. Sparky, SBF is just the front man. No, I agree with you on that. That's 100% true. You're 100% true. Splenda. It's like if you were 20 years from now, you say, well, I used to work at the New York Times. Or I used to work at BuzzFeed during Trump's administration. Okay. And how did you help humanity? Or what kind of journalism did you find anything? Because he hasn't been indicted. And there's a difference. They say, well, Hunter hasn't either. I was like, well, they're covering that up. They want to indict Trump. It's a different story. Not all unindicted people are innocent. Some get the luxury of being Democrats. Others are tormented endlessly like Trump. And so it's like, it would have been nice, like, see, Elon Musk, the Constitution is greater than any president, end of story. I just don't understand, like, look, if Trump is trying to create a wider conversation, what is the wider conversation about? How he's going to suspend the Constitution when he becomes president? This will put fear into independence. And it just gives people political momentum. And then, how can you defend that statement? He doesn't even believe it. He's just doing it. Like, this is the thing. In a way, Trump is putting his greatest advocates in a bind. Because there are people that are, like, support Trump. And I support Trump from a logical and rational viewpoint, vantage point. But I don't agree with, oh, well, this is more important than the Constitution. He didn't really, he basically said the crimes are so great that, laws, that maybe the Constitution doesn't apply. But see, even that's not an accurate statement. So it gives his adversaries political momentum. That's the thing. I mean, when you're going up against adversaries, you don't want to give them, like, you don't want to throw an interception. If you're up by 14 with 2 minutes left, don't throw an interception. That's all I'm saying. If I could advise Trump, I know that, like, this sounds arrogant, but if I could advise Trump, he would only benefit from everything he's going to find out in the next 2 years. Impeachment, he would benefit all the time. Because I would say focus on the economy, focus on, and then immediately the argument with, like, the defense mechanisms, the cognitive, well, his economy wasn't that great. Like, yes, it was that great. Yes, it was. The economy now stinks. They redefined recession because it was under a Democrat. They redefined recession because they said, oh, look at the unemployment rate, consumer spending. You pumped $10 trillion into the economy, and the unemployment rate took 3 years to get back to where it was under Trump. So congratulations. Now, though, we have inflation at around 8%, and it's going to stay that way for a while. So, I mean, but that's the thing. I mean, look, Elon Musk buying Twitter, that is huge. What Trump needs to do is invest in, like, a major publication, or just buy it outright. Like, he should buy a top publication. A lot of these are conglomerates, and they're part of, greater, like, a lot of these are part of a conglomerate or, major corporation, but, like, he doesn't have the Wall Street Journal. He has the Wall Street Journal and New York Post. The New York Post, he has the investigations, because the New York Post does amazing investigative journalism. But you have these publications where, like, Discus Macabre. H8 joined late. Suspect you already covered this, but did Musk provide evidence of the $1 billion in Democrat donations to FTX? Thanks. Discus Macabre. He did not. He did not. He said what was not publicly disclosed. Joel Valdez, thank you. So what was not publicly disclosed? We'd love to see you with Trump. Thank you, Joel. Sparky, SBF was just barely plausible frontman for a high capacity. I don't doubt that. I would tend to agree with you on that. I would lean towards agreeing with you 100% on that. Sparky! In 2 years, well, he set up a crypto derivatives trading platform, which is just a way to like a money printing endeavor. I mean, derivatives are risky even in the traditional stock market. These are derivatives within crypto, which not only is there no regulation, but like these stable coins, for example, are not backed by the actual money they would need to withstand bank runs. So this is Discus Macabre. This is what he stated. Let's see. Where is the, hold on one second. So here's the actual tweet. That's just public disclosure. Angela Goodwin! I got trouble to send message about the temperature and the tents and the ice. So let's see if I can say the Northern Light was out for last week, strong as ever. Coming next week again. Over 4. Wow. Angela, thank you. So is it comfortable in there? Angela, thank you so very much. The Northern Light was out for the last weeks. Strong over. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. Debbie Donovan! Thank you, Debbie! Greatly appreciated, Debbie. Thank you. Thank you so very, very much. SPF was appointed. I don't doubt that. I mean, it was probably not very difficult for him to start that. The derivatives trading platform, a derivatives trading platform for crypto was, you're just printing money at that point. Because and then they had their own coin, and that's a whole like a token, FTT. You just make this up. Like Tether, for example, is just basically like a made up thing. It's not backed by, it's not worth $1 because they don't have enough reserves to make it, to justify it being worth $1. So, Angela, thank you so much. Judith, thank you again. Debbie, thank you, Debbie. Sparky, yeah, I would tend to agree with you on that. I mean, it's not that difficult. Immediately, you demand Hunter testify, like in January. In January, you start sending out subpoenas to everyone. They spent 7 years talking about how this person's got to testify. I mean, there was one poor individual, this poor soul, he was a staffer, or not a staffer, like some kind of official in Trump's administration, I forgot. He was taking care of his father. They tried to torment his life. And on MSNBC, he said, you know what? I'm not going to do this. And then you had this lawyer on MSNBC. You have to. It's a congressional demand. You're going to go to jail. And then, of course, when Adam Schiff says, oh, are you going to honor the congressional demand? Well, we're going to see if it's valid. Oh, okay. SBF is what every guy. Every guy's advertising. Yvette. That's true. This is macabre. But then you're getting like whatever the dollar is supposed to be worth. That's what they're assuming, or that's what they're trying to say. You know what I mean? The stable coins are worth, which they're just making it up, That's the thing. Like, you can make up Sparky. Yes, that's true. That's true. I definitely don't want to see that video, though, Joel. Don't want to see the video. Don't want to see the video. Apparently, Hunter's photos are a lot better. Not that, but definitely don't want to see what took place in the Bahamas with SBF and crew. That would not be a good video. But yeah, I mean, the next 2 years, like I keep saying, ladies and gentlemen, the pendulum is swung. Please, I mean, if it's not the dinner he dined with, and now it's a constitution. Like, this is the thing. It's like, I don't get it. What's the point of giving them political momentum? I do see, though, like, Meathead, what's his name? The director, he was like, what the heck with these people? Like, I know that the indignation, they're just running out of steam. I kind of get it. Maybe he just wants to get them so indignant. They run out of like actual energy to to be outraged. And maybe that's why. That's kind of funny. I am lurking, absolutely. The most vicious. The most vicious. I mean, honestly, like, here's the thing, like, not to be disrespectful. Again, I'm just doing this because I'm just giving the example. If here, and let's just here, let me ask you a question. Let me ask everyone a question, okay? If Trump said he was more persecuted than Jesus, would you be offended? Okay, because it's heading there. If Trump said in a tweet that he was more persecuted than Jesus, again, this is with all due respect. This is only because I just want to prove a point here. Okay. So let's go ahead, like, definitely answer that. Try to answer that question, because there's, that's the issue, ladies and gentlemen. If Trump said he was more persecuted than Jesus, would you be offended? And my thing is, like, this is the thing, like, if, like, he was a master at communicating in 2015, 2016. He was very good prior to that in harnessing in putting a spotlight on the failures of the Democratic Party. But now he's not. The reason I bring that up is, like, what's the next? If he just writes something on Twitter or Truth Social, it shouldn't be taken that seriously. But it's taken as like a national nightmare. That's my point. He's getting a message across, but yes, the message is that the Twitter corruption is serious, but then he's giving them more political momentum. I don't understand that, you know. Angela Goodwin. SBF is to HB. Hunter as Bubba to Jesse. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. Yvette, yes. Thank you, Yvette. Thank you. No, I agree with you, Brian. But see, again, they what they do when they take things out of proportion, it's by design. They're not doing so. Everything Trump said is sensationalized. He didn't say to terminate the entire Constitution, but again, you know, Sparky, Trump has a lot of Judas. I that everyone he hangs out with is stabbing him in the back, in political sense, or betraying him. It's like the scene in History of the World. He's like, "What can I take your order?" Judas, what? What would you like to have? That's just the publicly disclosed number. His actual support of Dem is probably over 1 billion. The money went somewhere, so where did it go? There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot thank you enough. Judith, everyone here, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I can't thank you all enough. These are amazing live streams. Joel Valdez, Angela, everyone here, Debbie, everyone here, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. And I apologize. Sometimes, the super chat, there's, can't always say exactly what you want, but I will have a live stream tomorrow. I'll try to do it. I will try to do a live stream at around 2 or maybe 2:15. So be here for the live stream at like around 2 or 2:15. There is a possibility I might do it earlier than 2:15, or like around, around 11:30 or 12. So that's a possibility. But anyway, 2:15, I'm pretty sure. Everybody, thank you so very much. Be here 2:15 Pacific tomorrow, about 2 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. God bless. To my super chat, thank you so much. These live streams are super fun for me, and I hope you're enjoying them as well. Thank you so very, very much.